in shape. Beach Bod 2020.
Are you?
Fuck yeah.
Beach Bod 2020.
yeah.
All right. Well, our show is on.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Wow. Hello, everyone, and welcome to probably one of the most interesting podcasts I think
Not yet.
Yeah,
had
brought to you by.
in a long time. I have Rex Thompson here with me from Donnybrook Fight Promotions, who I love dearly, and Tyler Randall and Ed Collins, who's here next to me. You guys, man, are just like, wow. and we have our sponsor for the night, which is
The unofficial sponsor.
Sponsor.
Which is not
Ben
proper
says, yep.
12.
yes.
Billy. I keep calling him Ben. You know why? It's because I'm thinking of Ben Fields from
Right.
Ben Fields. He does the podcast for Cage Wars.
So you're promoting someone else's podcast on my podcast? Way to go, Rex.
Yeah,
That's kind of shady, Rex.
You know what? That's
are
more
friends
than
for, right?
that's more than shady. I'm going to take you out back behind the dumpster and
I
give you a
say fight
freaking
about it
whooping.
right now.
I'll get you in a headlock and you'll be tapping out in
Right
seconds.
now, that's the podcast. Rex
That's
and
it,
JD.
right there.
Rex and JD to the death.
Do you think I could
To the
take
death.
Rex? Could I take
To the
Rex?
death. Oh, yeah.
You
He
think
has
I
a
could?
bum knee, dude.
Yeah. Start with
Thank
the
you
knee.
for telling me that.
Rex was like,
That's horrible.
Wait.
Rex like, I need this to
Rex
compete
doesn't
with,
have a
bro.
bum
Like,
knee, you're good.
We have to of course talk about Donnybrook Fight Promotions and this huge fight that's coming up 1 week from this Saturday at the Barre Auditorium. This is 3 fights a year that Donnybrook Fight Promotions puts on, which is you and your family, by the way, out of Williamstown.
Yes,
You guys are kicking ass.
We're
you're-
trying.
You're doing a great job.
we're trying. We're taking it slow. We're building it up. But yeah, it's things are really kicking off.
Yeah.
Last show we had almost 1,100 people there. This show we're hoping for more because we expanded our advertising through television ads. We have Mark Coleman coming, the godfather of ground
All
and
right.
pound.
So can we begin by first saying that if it wasn't for Billy, my producer, and Chris Wright from Wright Electric, we wouldn't be doing
That's
this.
a nice plug.
Good dude.
No, it's serious.
Right?
We wouldn't be doing the show tonight because those two boys are making it possible.
Nice.
I mean, I'll
That's
come
the
in.
Thank
Thompson
you.
family to the fight game in Vermont.
I'll-
Don't see them, but they're there.
This is true. I'll come in here any damn time. But thanks to Billy and Chris. And by the way, we should say to Billy and Chris that if they need to come in here at any point and adjust microphones or anything, just have at it.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
I mean, just come. You should
Just
get a
pull the
little bit
seat up.
closer,
Need a
Rex.
shot?
Just
Take a
yeah,
shot.
come scoot your chair forward so we can hear your
There we
gorgeous pipes. There we go. So the big fight is coming up. This is the battle in Barre for the Jingle Bell Brawl.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah, my daughter came up with that one.
that's cool. So where do we begin? Why don't you tell? And you know that Billy is a huge MMA guy. I mean,
Yes.
So I'm going to step away at some point. He's going to come in and sit down.
Yeah, perfect.
Why don't you introduce these two buffoons here and tell us all about it?
All right. First, we got Tyler Rookie Randall. Tyler is our main event. He's going to be fighting Chris Vasquez. Chris Vasquez is our undefeated Donnybrook champ at this point for 125 pounds. Rookie just came back up here. He was training down with, I don't know if you ever heard of him, just a weird guy, Nico Price, down at American
Another
Top
good
Team.
Wait. You were training with Nico Price?
Yes, sir. I was training with Nico Price.
Wow.
Yeah, I was down. So we were with. Oh, my bad. So we were with Syndicate Boxing and Victory Jiu-Jitsu, a couple groups down there. That's where he goes for his home gyms.
Wow.
So when I moved down there, I was traveling around gym to gym, and luckily I met Nico. He kind of took me under his wing, and I did a few fights with him in my corner, and just worked from there.
Did you kick your ass?
As a training partner, yeah. He was
a
a welterweight, 170, bro.
Wow. Yeah, right. So here's the thing, and Rex will tell you, I'm a dumbass when it
Right,
comes to the
right.
MMA
No
thing.
worries.
I don't know what welter means.
Right,
and-
so
and-
he's a 170 pounder. He's a big guy.
yeah.
That means he's probably cutting down from, 200 down to
Actually,
170.
so Nico actually walks around like 175.
Wow.
So we call
That's
you-
impressive.
He's just
There
an
he is.
explosive dude.
So we call you flyweight,
Yes, sir. I'm
And
125
125. So what percentage of body fat do you have?
right now. When I hit 25, right when I'm on the dot, I'm usually about 3% body fat.
About 3%.
2%.
What
yeah.
what percentage of body fat do you think I have right now? No, please, just be honest. Be really
30, 35?
Holy shit.
Way to make fucking everyone at the table instantly feel bad.
He didn't really want you to be honest.
That sucked all the air out of the room.
Hey guys,
was it
I have
much higher
abs
than
if you
that? No, I mean, was he being polite when he was saying 35%?
Well,
I think he was being honest. You should have
I
never
think-
asked him to be
I think the
honest.
general population usually is like honestly about 20, like pretty high, pretty actually significant. So.
All right, Rex, introduce us.
Okay, so we got rookie here. He's the main event. We have Ed Collins. Ed Collins is going to be fighting the number 5 ranked fighter out of Rutland, Paul Valente. Ed's had kind of a rough career. He's trained with some other guys. This is the first MMA fight that he's taken out of Granite City MMA. So he's changed teams. He's changed everything. He's added nutrition, cardio, lots of things to get ready for this fight. He's an 80% underdog, I think, at this fight.
We fight the fights for a reason.
Yeah, Ed's ready for this cat.
So,
I've been ready.
good. He's
I've been in
sharp.
fight shape for 2 months, man.
Very
I'm ready to
underrated in
go.
my opinion. This guy right here, very underrated. He's working good. His angles are super impressive. Something you don't see regularly. Granite City MMA, man. I've traveled all over the country, bro. And I promise you, Lucas John's a very impressive coach. He's very like detail
We have
oriented.
world-class training. close to home.
Situational awareness. He's very good, high level, and it's a blessing.
You know what Lucas says, Ed, is cardio's king. You've heard that before.
Yeah, and try telling that man no. Don't tell Lucas John no.
Yeah. I put Lucas John in a what was it, a half Nelson or a full Nelson one time? It was
No, he let you put him in a half Nelson or full Nelson.
I could see JD putting him in the Epstein guard.
Ooh,
well. What's that?
you didn't tap.
Oh, is that what that
You
is?
didn't tap.
Night.
Yeah.
You know what's
But we'd bring it back.
Rex will tell you. Did Rex get a chance in the car on the way over here to tell you anything about me and what a dumbass I am when it comes to MMA?
No, but you bust Rex's balls, and I really like that.
Okay, good. Good. Thank you. You know, the thing that so I had never been to an MMA fight. I've never been to a boxing match. I've never
Crazy
been to a
energy.
wrestling match. I've never been to anything.
Crazy energy.
Nothing. And the first time I ever went to an amateur MMA fight was
My show.
your show, which was
The April show.
Yeah, it was.
was it the April show?
It was the April show because you couldn't make it in August. You were gone.
that's right.
With Sherilyn.
Right. And I was absolutely
That was a really good card too.
yeah, it was, I have to tell you, I mean, it didn't inspire me to become a fighter at all, but I'm fascinated by the level of passion and the respect that you guys have for one another it's intriguing to me. It's fascinating to me when I see the camaraderie, but when I see the way when someone loses a match, how there's still sometimes some respect afterwards, and it's amazing the amount of time and effort and hope and passion that you put in time that you invest.
Because we're just trying to be good. And
this-
you got to do it.
This kind of stuff has got to be like crawling around in your head all the time.
So
When your eyes blink.
small. Like so, when I was a little kid, man, I was watching WWE. I was child watching WWE. My father put it on. I remember, and I was like, And then he switched over to I don't know what Fight League it was, but it was real mixed martial arts. The dude was talking. He was like, "Yeah, I used to fight in the streets and get money. Blah blah. I found out I could get paid to fight in a cage." That dude got messed up. Lit with elbows, got caught in a clinch. He was bleeding all over. It was an all-white cage. Everyone just being splattered with blood. As a young kid, I was like, so that's what it's really like. That's what it's really like to fight. There's something about that, though, that, like, I was hooked. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's really how you defend yourself. That's really how you do that. And then the atmosphere when I went to my first fight, everything, at 11, I went to see my first fight at 11.
11?
Man, and it never changed. I never looked back.
I was a late bloomer then. I was like 22.
I was very lucky to find what I wanted to do for my life at a young age.
Wow.
22
What about
looking for
Ed?
something
What's
to do.
what's your story, dude?
I was 22 looking for
on
something
that
to
mic.
do. And then
Yeah,
Steve
where are
Ridge.
you from? Where are you from?
I'm from, my parents live in Irisburg.
Okay.
They've been there for pretty much all of my life.
Yeah.
I moved to Barre on a whim, which was 2 doors down from Lucas John, which is like lottery.
Yeah, right.
That's lottery circumstances.
And he was running out of his garage then?
Yeah.
All right.
We there was like 6 of us consistently going out of the garage, and then it was just the demand grew, and he wanted to do something with it, and thank God he did, because now we have something to do. Like, this is our outlet for life, because life sucks. Right. 9 times out of 10, life sucks, and we need something to do with it. This is where we go. This is what we do. This is how we stay occupied. This is
right. It's a blessing.
This
to
is
be able
our
to have
help.
something like this.
Yeah, it is. It is a blessing.
It's cool. It's amazing because like whenever you step in the gym, you can just whenever you step in the gym, you can just turn life off. You can turn everything else off. Like the struggles of the day that mattered, it can be fixed just overall, like through your vibes and the feeling of the gym. Everything that goes, it just goes well. It's a good atmosphere to be in.
You have to be present.
Right.
You can't be in your own head. You can't stew on all the stuff that bothered
you
you
get punched
throughout
in
the
the face.
day, or else you get beat up.
Really?
Right.
And that
It's
is
just
a
how it
beautiful
is.
thing.
So the beautiful thing about martial arts is you're forced to be stuck now in this. Whether you're hitting mitts or like doing a slip drill, you
You're
got to
there.
consistently keep slipping, or else you're gonna get hit in the face. So stay in the moment. Stay consistently learning. It becomes a second nature. It becomes first nature, actually. But
So where are you from? Why are you here? Where do you live now?
so currently I'm in Barre, Vermont. Actually, me and Ed are roommates.
Okay.
So I got hooked up with a few great sponsors that looked out for me. Rex hooked up me with some things out here, and it's
Who's your sponsor?
so I have a few right now. Chris Desiree, Green Mountain Auto Sales, he's vehicle, and then I can't even, Green Mountain Roof and Repair, and then also Alan Jones Plumbing, Cooling, and Heating.
Yeah.
They helped me out pretty successfully. A couple sending me checks, hooked me up for tournaments and things like that.
And you come from New York.
So I went to high school in Hoosick Falls, New York.
Okay.
I wrestled there starting my sophomore year. I started jiu-jitsu prior, but I started wrestling my sophomore year and went to the collegiate level. Luckily, I was blessed to move forward at that. But before that, it was moving around a lot. Connecticut, different parts of Connecticut growing up, like Bridgeport, Bridgewater, and then different parts of Florida. I lived in like Swanee County and areas like that, Jacksonville.
Yeah, Bridgeport's a rough town now, man. So what's in the
I think it's a lot
fridge?
better.
If you guys are roommates, what's in your fridge right now?
Dude,
Avocado.
you would never guess it.
Come on,
You would never guess it, but I can cook. Like, there's few things in this world that I know I can do, and I can cook. I promise you, scrambled eggs. I will make you scrambled eggs that will twist your eyes into like no way you've ever had before.
All right.
We eat really
what's
well.
what's in the fridge? What's in the fridge? Please, before you answer, Lucas John is watching.
I don't care if Lucas is watching or not. I have nothing to hide. He can kick my door open and open my fridge.
What's in the fridge right now?
Eggs, cheese. No, we ate all the cheese last night. Chicken,
Yeah.
milk for coffee.
Yeah.
Like, there's no junk food in that house. There can't be. I'll destroy it.
Yeah.
Spinach.
What's in it? What else is in the fridge?
We got spinach,
Green
celery,
beans.
some greens. Yeah, a couple greens. I don't know if there's any.
come closer.
My bad. We have some greens. I don't know if we have any salmon left.
No, I killed salmon this week.
All right. Yogurt, full fat yogurt, because the way Ed's diet's working, we have an amazing nutritionist actually.
Yeah. Shout out to Frank.
Yeah, shout out to Frank, bro. Ed's
dude.
lost like 20 pounds in no time.
Yeah.
No time. And he's been eating more than
I've
normal.
completely switched my metabolism and absolutely crushed food. This is the best I've ever felt. No joke.
Wow.
All because of Frank being like, you should eat this.
Is this like a keto thing?
No, this is a...
No, this
I
is
should
an actual nutritionist.
Yeah, this is... I should take care of myself properly and learn how to.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
he thinks about
long-term.
all aspects of life for us.
So, as roommates, have you guys ever been in a little disagreement over
No.
anything?
No.
Ever get pissed off at each other?
No.
What if you catch him swigging out of the milk container and that pisses you off? Are you gonna freaking take a swing at him?
no.
Buy another one.
Rock, paper, scissors is
wanna
how we
know?
settle everything, actually.
Yeah. All major
my
decisions. Rock, paper, scissors. Grocery store. Rock, paper, scissors.
So Barry
Oh, that reminds me of dinner
Auditorium
tonight.
on Saturday night, the 21st of this month. That's a week away
Super
from
exciting.
tomorrow.
Yes.
A week away
Super
from tomorrow.
exciting.
I'll be
know.
fighting
So-
the number one ranked guy in New England.
Are you?
Coming to take that rank from him.
So where's this Vasquez? Where's he? Vasquez.
Chris.
Listen,
Chris is out of
I
Connecticut. Chris is out of Connecticut. Chris is
Okay.
a
Oh, I thought he was at a mass.
Have you met him before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he walked up and introduced himself to me
Where?
at the last fights in Barry.
All right.
Before, actually, we did a face-off in the cage.
You did a face-off.
That's the second time I met him.
All right. So come closer? We can hear you. So what have you been doing for training?
Oh my goodness.
Tell me.
So consistently, I'm waking up. I'm doing yoga. I'm running, doing different strength and conditioning program currently, and then every day of the week, I'll be either at Lucas John's or visiting different gyms sparring.
Granite City.
Granite
MMA.
City MMA. Sorry about that.
Yeah. And you're there for how long?
As long as he lets us, till he
Yeah.
kicks us out.
I mean, are you working? Do you?
At
We're
least 2
training.
hours a day.
Am I working? Currently, I'm not working, no.
You're training.
Just training as much as I can.
What if Chris is working?
That's his problem.
I mean, if he's working
Well,
an 8-hour day and
Chris
then he's
better worry
training on
about
the other
training.
side, who knows? Who knows?
I'm sure he is. Nothing. Chris is a traditional martial artist. He's been doing martial arts his entire life. He's
no
not
joke.
not training.
If you have a
He's
belt, you're
not
dedicated. That's
yeah.
you can't fake.
So
that
you're
part
saying
of
he
it.
could kick my ass?
He would definitely kick your ass. All 125 pounds.
He would kick you in the head.
even if you
Watch
had
out
to
for those
jump
head
up.
kicks. Yeah, he's got some fancy head kicks. Be careful about
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
and then like gently place his foot back down.
One of those.
You were there. I believe you were there. You were there. You've seen him fight. He was one of the little guys. I think he fought Tyler
Chris is a scrapper,
Goad,
man.
and he threw a beautiful kick.
Okay,
Oh,
then
and
I do remember.
He triangled the kid at the end of that
Yeah.
round,
Yep.
right?
I watched him
believe
get
so.
rocked and then choke a kid
Were you guys
out.
there when Pete the Hammer dropped the hammer?
I saw
against
that with
Bruce.
Bruce.
Oh, against
yeah.
Brucey.
No.
I was
watched
concussed for
Bruce's
that.
Every single
soul
person-
leave his body.
Every single person in the Barry Auditorium flew off their seat. It was like we all got electrocuted at the same time. It was amazing.
Wait till you watch me fight.
So some of the
Wait,
things that
I
we're
like
doing.
that. I like that.
What's
You want
like
to
his
see
attitude.
people stand up. Wait till you watch me fight.
I like his attitude.
I'm getting
a
amped
lot.
up thinking about it.
See what you did? Now you got him all going and everything.
Gotta
No, I
Drink
like
some
that.
more whiskey. Calm down. Jeez. You done it.
We
This
have
kid is
to
like a
stay
ball
mellow.
of this kid
We
is like a
have to
ball of
stay
energy,
mellow.
and you have to reel him back in, or he's
Yeah.
going to start climbing the walls.
Or
in
you're
here and
on an
stuff.
adventure, and
Yeah.
that's your day.
So it's always been like that for me, man. I love MMA so much since I was little. Like I just obsess about it. It's like a
So
mania.
what's mom saying? What's,
My mom hates this shit.
Why?
My mom's been to
come
2
the fight?
shows and has watched her baby boy get laid out twice.
Okay.
The first time I met Steve Renaud, he had to show me a picture of my entire body, like a solid 6 inches floating off the ground. He got a picture. He's like, "Oh no, you just got knocked out, but I really need to show you this
I'd
picture."
be like, really, bro?
And I couldn't hate it. Like, respect the craft, man. That dude was stoked
Right,
to take
respect
that
the
picture.
craft.
Good for
Very
you.
fair.
I'm sorry it was at my expense.
Respect the craft.
Fuck yeah. Steve's a good dude.
He
And then
seems
came and
amazing.
shot the pictures. Like,
He's right.
we
there.
didn't ask him to do
Right.
that. Steve just graciously, like, this is my time. I'll bring everything I have to do what I can for you guys because it's who he is.
What I'm hoping someday I'll see is Steve Renaud scale himself up the side of the cage and flip over the top with one hand, holding the camera in the other, drop down and grab the shot.
Steve's going to be repelling from the
That's-
rafters.
that's what I wanna
Mission
see.
Impossible style. Promise you.
So that's one of the things Taylor just got is we're gonna have GoPros because we're gonna be set up.
That's
we're
awesome.
having
Wear
the
it when I
referees are gonna be wearing the GoPros.
Amazing.
So we got GoPros for all of our refs.
Wait till you see this highlight reel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and we have live pay-per-view for this show.
Ooh,
So
great.
they'll have the commentators for those guys that are ours because like Rookie, Ed, these guys have family and stuff that are too far away, can't make it to the show. So we do have a live pay-per-view.
The pay-per-view, where is that going to be shown?
It's going to be Carl has it on his website, the CBTV website. There'll be a link, and it's the
Or
same.
Carl Parton.
Yes, it'll be the same cost as a general admission ticket.
All right, so that's CVTV, Central Vermont Television, where we are tonight. That's
That's
where we
his
shoot the
website,
studio.
right?
It's I can't remember the name of his site.
CVTV.
Well, there's CVTV723.org.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know
But
if
Carl's
that's the
got
one.
a different. He's got a different handle.
Yeah, it's on his. It's right on his website.
If you
We'll-
Google Carl Parton,
Yeah.
you're going to find it,
yeah.
and you could throw a link up on Facebook tonight.
Oh, I will. I will. We'll throw.
Of
up
course
the
you will
link
after
and-
you put down half the bottle of Jameson. Of course you will.
You don't have to worry about
Yeah, you-
Rex promoting.
You don't have to worry about Rex's social media after half a bottle.
No, I know that. I know the guy's constantly.
Oh, it's crazy.
I love these videos of him sitting in front of the
I love his promoter
the crackling
voice.
fireplace
Oh, right.
in the
Brought to you.
background. the crackling fireplace.
Yeah.
My wife told me I
Christmas,
couldn't drink during them anymore because I get out of hand.
snowflakes in the air,
Rules.
chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and then Rex bad-mouthing people.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What else do you want out of a Sunday?
What?
Yeah, well, true. Good point.
We didn't
Keeps
have to-
me
we didn't
warm
have
on
to
the
bring
cold
that up at
days.
all.
So, how do we get tickets for this fight? You can get tickets at the doors, which open at 6.
Sure. No, the doors open at 5 for the meet and greet.
And you're gonna need to get there
And the
early.
fights start at 7. So anybody that wants to come in and meet Mark Coleman, Mark Coleman's going to be there. He's got his UFC belt. He's going to have his Pride belt there, and you'll be able to get autographs, whatever you want. It doesn't cost anything to come meet this guy. He's the godfather of ground and pound.
How did you get the first UFC heavyweight champion
That is a great question.
to come to the Granite City? How?
Well, money, plane ticket, Facebook.
Wow.
The guy is actually a really
Be a
cool
nice
guy.
dude.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sure he's all for it.
Actually, I got to give a shout out. It was Napoleon Meth. Contact me. He said, "Hey, I spoke to Mark Coleman. He would love to come out to Vermont and be a special guest." I was like, "Wow!" I said, "How do you?" I never even looked into anything like that. So I reached out through Facebook, sent him a message. He's like, "Call me after 3:00." He was, he's kind of standoffish that I thought. And then I talked to him on the phone, and the guy was just super cool.
Wow.
We hashed out the details, and now, like, tomorrow night, we're going to be at Lucas's house watching the fights, and I'll be texting him. He'll be like, "Oh, my God, did you just see that knockdown?"
And he won't stop talking about it either.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I tell everybody.
You want to hear what Mark
are you
Coleman
doing?
just texted me?
Look at Mark Coleman just texted me.
Wow.
Yeah. those
And
are real
Billy,
conversations.
Billy is a huge fan.
Well, see, the thing is Mark Coleman is from my era. I remember the first UFC.
That's Rex's man crush.
Yeah.
Really?
Because we were
You
wrestlers.
don't badmouth Mark Coleman.
No.
whatsoever.
Mark Coleman's got my back. We'll kick your
does
ass.
Rex have like a? Does Rex have like?
I believe that.
Rex? It's not to the point where he has a Mark Coleman poster on his ceiling above his bedroom. Is it that bad? It might be that bad. Is that what you're saying, Tyler?
Yeah, I
It
took
might
the
be
mirror
that
down.
I took the mirror down.
I just got to look at Mark Coleman. We make eye contact and we're good.
So fights at 7, doors at 5,
Yes.
and we're going to be there podcasting. Billy and I
Yep.
will be on the air, which I can't wait. Let's throw out some of these sponsors, my man. Give them some love. Right
Okay,
there.
so we got Barslow Construction, which is my other company. I own Barslow Construction, Building a Better Tomorrow, Aired Out podcast, of course. The Comfort Inn and Suites. Now, those guys, they comp me a bunch of rooms. I got a VIP suite for Mark Coleman. I got a bunch of fighters because they have to drive a long distance, and amateur fighters don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So anytime we
Any
can,
money.
yeah. No, but I mean they usually have a job, but amateur fighters there's no money, so this costs some money to get up here. So we got the Comfort Inn and Suites up there. They got a smoking deal. If you tell anybody that you're coming up for the fights and you don't want to drive afterwards, you call them, tell them you're here for the fights. They'll give you the fighter's rate on the rooms up there.
Wow.
Amanda's Hair Studio, Amanda's Hair Care and Studio is right up at Lucas's gym. Amanda, she cuts all the fighters' hairs. She's just a good shit.
Yep, she just hooked us up.
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So that's how she,
That's really cool.
all of our sponsors. That's a big thing. All of our sponsors are local guys.
Right.
Just
yeah.
looking
They
to
really
help.
are. Yeah, they help us out. Amanda is one of the refs. So
Judges.
judges. I'm sorry. Lucas is a ref. Amanda's one of the judges. So it's just she helps me out with the judging. We trade. I give her the sponsorship, get her some advertising, her name out there, and her prices are stupid crazy.
High?
No, not at all. Like if I wanted to have my hair colored or something, it's just crazy what she charges. I don't know how she stays in business at the prices she keeps them at.
Wow. Well, thank you, Amanda.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have Darren there, Any Home Project. He's another carpenter. He's out of the St. Johnsbury area. Everybody knows who Wilkins Harley Davidson is. John Lyons is a really good guy. The whole family.
One of the best.
Yeah, they are. Another family-owned business. And,
Yeah.
one hand washes the other. We're both family-owned businesses. So shout out to Wilkins.
And they're like the ass kicking Harley dealership.
Yeah, they
of,
just
like,
bought Green Mountain
the
now up
world.
there. Like, who saw that coming?
I know. In
They
Rutland?
started in a garage on Farewell Street,
know.
and look at where they're at now.
I know.
It's a awesome success story.
Right.
and Mama Wilkins too. God,
Oh yeah, Barb,
Jeez.
she's awesome.
badass.
We got Green Mountain Auto Spa and used cars. So, Chris, I've known Chris most of my life. First time we ever met, we fist fought up at it's the Moose Club. It was the Country Music Club at the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
You make the best friends fighting.
Yes,
so
you do.
true.
Yes.
So, and this cat ended up being in my wedding. So he was actually in my wedding. I built his dealership. He comes to every single
Full
one of my
circle.
shows. He's a huge fan.
It's great.
So
take care of me.
we have him. He's another one of my sponsors. The pub in Williamstown is our sponsor. They also cater up there. This time, the difference that we're doing with that
yeah.
is we're having several beer stations around. There's going to be several waitresses with the little stands with beer inside of it,
Yeah.
with the little pouches. So they're going to be delivering that. And then we just hooked up with another sponsor, Isham Berwick.
Oh, yeah.
Liza, Liza up there, and I get my contractors insurance through them. Great people. I think they're hiring right now too. They're looking for some more people to staff that up there. And then, of course, Granite City Graphics, another success story here in our area.
Sure.
Travis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Travis started in his
Oaks.
basement. Travis Oaks, yes.
Yes.
So Travis started in his basement. He does my big banners. I got a 7-foot banner up at the Berlin Mall, right there at Aeromeds, because Aeromeds another one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
And
That's the
where
tallest rookie will ever be.
that is the absolute tallest rookie will be.
Wow.
But they can get tickets there, right up there at the Berlin Mall.
Okay.
So if you need
Aeromed.
you can either get it on Eventbrite.
Yeah.
And check out their products too. They really do work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
CBD is
Oh yeah.
like the
I've got the
miracle drug you didn't need.
rescue relief cream there. It's amazing.
Yes.
It's the stuff you didn't know you need.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And then that stuff that Rex gave me. He said, put a little bit of this on your wrist, you'll feel great. Passed out, hit the head on the ground on the way
That's
down.
the first
I'm
thing
like,
I tell
what?
everyone who's hurt. CBD.
What was that?
CBD.
Whiskey.
So now, are you done with your sponsors?
Yes. So that's my sponsors. Where you want to get tickets, Eventbrite. Get on the Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Enter Battle and Berry 4.
Sure.
It's assigned seating this time. So
Okay.
general admission is just general admission. You
Yeah.
sit anywhere. But any of the floor seating, the VIP tables are sold out. Front row is sold out. There's, I think, only 15 tickets left for second row right now.
Hell yeah.
So it's,
Listen to me.
yeah.
Where am I going to be?
You're going to be with me, buddy.
Right
Me and
up.
you are going to have a microphone.
Please have a seat for Billy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He'll sit with us. We'll have the belts right there.
Yeah.
It'll be me, you, and Mark Coleman. We'll bullshit. We'll
right.
keep
Hold
the
on,
crowd
belt for
going.
me.
And Billy.
And Billy. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
what I said. Me, you, Billy.
just
and-
don't
You're
want- I
just gonna
just
have to
don't want-
separate Billy and Mark.
I just don't want to end up having to
get
sit
weird.
on your lap. That would not be
That's
okay.
Best
never
spot in the
gonna
house.
I'm
happen.
not doing that again. No, I'm not going to. No, that's not happening.
You're going to go from lap to truck to twister.
Oh, whatever the hell that means.
I'll talk you through
Hey,
it.
I'm going to bring Billy on here in a second, but before I do, I want to give some love to my sponsors. These people
Yes.
right here.
These cups are so cool.
Yeah, these cups are
Aren't they badass?
Yeah, they are.
Molly, Linda,
colors, too.
Chelsea, Jenna, Gigi, 5 ladies over at CW Print
Gigi,
Design.
she used to come to my house.
Yeah, they're all
awesome.
of them are.
Super.
Yeah,
kid.
look at Tyler. Come on now. Come on. CW Print. Right
You
here
know
in
what the best
Barre.
with these cups are when they're full of whiskey.
Oh my God. FGB Theaters. You know Teddy. Do you know Teddy over there at FGB Theaters, Capitol Showplace?
As in Teddy
He's
Bear.
a madman. He's running around. He's doing everything over there in Montpelier.
Bear.
Paramount Theater in Barre, home of the FGB movie card, $5 ticket Tuesdays. There's some great films that are out this weekend. I've got them up on Facebook. Check them out.
Nice.
Peak Entertainment, peakdj.com. We love them. Newton Wells, Central Vermont Television, of course, CVTV, 192, 194. Your local community. Get dialed into them right here. CVTV723.org. Fly on the Wall Productions.
But when you say that, that's the CVTV.
Yeah.
So the CVTV, what they do is they play the fights.
Yeah.
Several times during the month. So make sure you go and check them out.
Oh, yeah.
You can go.
Get on the website. You'll see the schedule right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fontaine Forestry and Millworks. Look at this table. This is
I
Mark
know.
Fontaine. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at it right down the middle there. A little cherry.
Perfect.
Guy's amazing. Does custom orders.
Nice little cherry, man.
Tongue and groove, planed, rough cut. Route 14, just below Bragg Farm.
Yes.
You know where they are.
Yep,
You should
absolutely.
stop in there sometime and see it. It's unreal.
I
you
have.
ever?
I've been up there.
I mean, they'll make a
When they
timber
were
frame
working,
house for you.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
My partner Edgar was up there. He did some building for him.
Oh,
Nice.
incredible.
Yep.
Got the miser going. And then
Yes,
Project
the wood
Independence is, and I know you love them, Rex.
Yes, I do.
North Main Street in Barrie, pibarrie.org. It's an active adult a day program
Yeah.
for folks that are maybe shut in or they just need to get out, especially during the winter. Come together, enjoy a hot meal, meet your neighbors, have some fun. Great entertainment up there, activities going on all the time. It's all part of Gifford, and we love them. Project
absolutely.
Independence is amazing. And Jason Gauthier, do you know him? Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance of Orange.
No, not yet.
Oh my God, he's amazing. The guy started out with a 2-wheel drive pickup truck and a snowblower, and now he's got a 3/4 ton beautiful truck. 50,
I love
50
to hear that. I love to hear people that work their ass
Oh,
off.
yeah.
And started with nothing. It wasn't like they were handed something.
He went from 12 customers with a snowblower to 50 customers now. He's
Opportunity
crushing.
looks like work, man.
That's
man.
right.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Obviously, it's hard work,
And Wright
hard work
Electric,
leads
Chris
more
Wright.
opportunity.
What would
Yeah.
we have done without Chris Wright tonight? Honestly.
I don't know.
I mean,
Not
Wright
this.
Electric.
I don't know.
We love him. I'm going to bring Billy in here.
Bring Billy.
Come on in, Billy.
Billy's
Yeah,
got
let's get
beer.
Billy. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Billy the
Billy's
Kid.
coming in.
Billy the Kid.
Billy, wait.
Billy the kid.
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid. Where's Billy the Kid?
Come on, Billy.
Head kick Billy.
I want to be like that
Kick Billy.
Head kick Billy.
with Studio Dog.
Ooh, a studio dog. Hey, puppy.
Put your hands together for Billy, everybody.
Billy the Kid.
Here's the Billy.
Billy.
Perfect.
I want to be like that
Boys.
big Italian guy on the Joe Rogan show.
Diaz?
You know that. Yeah, that dude, man.
Joey Diaz.
Joey
I
Diaz.
saw him
I fucking
live.
love that guy.
I saw him live in the Wilbur Theater in
I am
Boston.
when
Really
he
jealous.
talks about robbing people.
Really jealous.
podcast over there. Suck it off.
Me and my
Everybody in the MMA world watches Joe Rogan.
Everybody.
everybody.
watches Joe Rogan.
me and my buddy Connor went to go see him in the Wilbur Theater in Boston. And he fucking murdered us.
Oh yeah,
We weren't even sitting together. Like,
and
that's
I'm
how
sure
funny. We weren't even sitting
I'm sure
together.
he's murdered people because that
Oh, yeah.
cat's Italian. It just omerta.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it's
man.
Cuban.
Yeah, he
Well,
Cuban.
Cuban, yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I
His
thought-
last name's Diaz,
So
homie.
he's definitely hacked some people up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's definitely not a churchgoer.
Right. So your unofficial sponsor is Bush. My unofficial sponsor is Jameson Irish Whiskey. And the
There we
only
go, we
reason,
got a collab.
well, the only reason
Sobriety is really the only answer.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
You don't want to see this cat drinking out a different animal. No
So
way,
one
no.
thing that I was
Oh, I
thinking
can't
about
wait.
when I was listening to you guys talk, I was actually thinking about you. You
That's
fight at
weird.
100. Listen to what I'm going to say. You fight at 125.
Yes, sir.
You look a lot bigger than a 125er.
I am on
I
the
will
record
say
for
that.
saying he's a 185 pound man in a 125 pound frame. This dude
I-
is strong.
I was going to say at least lightweight.
Yeah. I keep pretty mindful of my diet. I'm pretty consistent with it. I try not to let myself get too heavy, but I really can't get above 140, 145 if I ever even try.
Really?
I walk around.
Oh, really?
I'm 128 right now.
You don't
Damn.
eat enough
He's just a
pizza.
good
I'm
athlete.
on weight.
You just
I work.
don't.
I grind.
You just don't eat enough pizza.
You're right. I
couldn't.
need to eat more pizza. I really can't. I can't eat
couldn't.
enough.
You
I
look
try.
like a skinny Roy Nelson.
Huh.
You could do that.
Wow.
I don't know if I would be offended or not.
That's my wife.
Nah, man. Roy
No, you
Nelson.
could. I'm saying you could. If you get up to like 170 or something, you could look like a skinny Roy Nelson if you just eat all the
wish.
pizzas.
I wish, dude.
That's my best life right now. Pizza.
Yeah, right now me and Ed have been dieting, bro. Ed's getting slimmer.
Yeah.
What are you at right now?
212. I'm 4 pounds off making weight.
Nice. I weigh less
Easy
than
cut.
you. Yes.
Super easy cut.
Yep.
did all the work beforehand. Just worried about cardio. Tons and tons and tons and tons of cardio.
Well, you can never
No.
Right. You should always be able to put someone to sleep any time.
Yep.
in that
Yeah.
fight. Blah, blah, blah.
Turn a
Let it
pace
go.
up and go.
I sparred with him the other day.
Yeah.
With
How'd that go?
Ricky.
How'd that go for you?
It didn't. It didn't. He's a fast little. He's a 125 pounder.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean? Son of a bitch. You know who'd be proud of me drinking this? Probably Robbie Jennings.
I wish I knew who that was.
Robbie Jennings. So I need to give a shout out because there's local gyms around here that are actually training MMA fighters now. Number one is our home school right around here. If you want to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you want to learn Thai, you want to learn self-defense, Granite City MMA. So
Home sweet home.
yeah, that's where we all train. But we also we're an affiliate school to United Fighting Arts Institute up in Burlington. Another great school. They got a ring up there. They put out Thai fighters. You got Crew up there. You got Mike D. Then you also have just here in this local area, right here in the Central Vermont area, you got Montpelier Martial Arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They're strictly pretty much a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym. And then you have a new gym that just opened up. They've got a fighter fighting on our card, and that's Robbie Jennings. Robbie Jennings he works for Benoit Electric.
Oh, okay.
He's an old Irish kickboxer.
Oh, no
so
shit.
it's called Green Oaks Boxing, and they're up in the Northfield area, up around there. So it's kind of cool what we've brought to this area. Like people want to fight. People want to learn how to fight, and they want to actually see if their shit works.
These cards feel fast, man. Like it's hard for you not to.
Yeah,
feel the
people
card
want to
fast.
be on these cards.
So,
Yeah.
It's a good show.
I remember I would even say 5 years ago, if you Vermont scene was completely different, man. As soon as Rex
Yep.
came out and started putting it on, man, he started actually reaching out to people who train consistently, train a lot harder than normal,
People want to fight.
who want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's built.
You can't fake
I
that
can't.
part of
I
it.
could have been in Florida right now fighting. Nope. I came back up here. This
Really?
is what I want. This is what I want to see. I like the competition. I like the level. I like where the show's going.
So do you
I wanna
like
get
it
back
more
to where
up
I came
here?
from.
Do you like it more up here, or do you like it more down in Florida?
He's a New England boy.
I'm a New England
Yep.
boy. It's from my roots. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Like I want to be back to give back to where I train, where I was brought up through. You know where I came from. That's
Yep.
why I came back to this area. That's why I came back to give back to where I came from.
He actually fought on one of our original. I didn't even own the business yet. I was just one of the judges, and he fought back when we had it inside the Moose Club.
Oh no shit!
Fighters
what
were outside
yeah.
smoking cigarettes,
No.
drinking
I was the
right
opening
before they're
fight of
getting into
the
the cage.
Oh no
Opening
shit!
fight of
Oh
the
hell
night,
yeah! And
yep.
that was the best part because it was your buddy. That guy hated that guy. That guy was sleeping
Wasn't it
with
called like
that
the
dude's wife.
Redneck Brawl?
The Redneck Ruckus.
Redneck,
It was
yes,
Redneck
yeah,
Ruckus,
yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah. No, I remember
It was a
that.
The
charity
Battle of
I remember
Bad
that.
Pretty sure it was, I
Tattoos.
think it was
Yes.
a charity event or something.
Yes.
I remember when that was happening. God,
Yeah, dude,
when was that?
Thank you, Cynthia.
That
for
was-
nice
that
was
tattoos.
December
So-
15th, 2017.
Jesus, this dude
Yes.
at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
This dude knows the
Well, I
damn.
beat the hell out of somebody, and I was like, wow, that's what they have for me because no one else would fight me at that time. So I was like, all right, off to Florida I go.
Yeah,
And then, that's what happened.
That was the night Tom
I literally left the next
Plantier
day.
smashed that poor kid in the face and busted it. I mean, his nose was on there, crooked on his face. It was.
I love a good broken nose.
Oh, it was. Well, I
Not
felt
me,
bad
man.
because the kid came from Lotus Lake. He was a local guy. He came from Lotus Lake, and he was one of the counselors or whatever there. And he wasn't old enough to fight, so he had to have his mom come. So his mom came, and she was totally against it, but she signed the waiver anyway.
That would be my mom.
Oh, and he did a Thai fight. I remember Kathy was like, "We need to find someone." She's like, "I gotta find this kid a fighter." She goes, "I'll find." So she goes, "Tom Plantier will come right over here and fight with him." So she called up Tom Plantier. She's like, "You want to fight?" He's like, "I'll be right there." So Tom Plantier drives from New York all the way over, hops in the ring because he doesn't, doesn't have to make weight and stuff. And he hops in, and this kid was tough, man. He's like, "How long you been doing Thai?" He's like, "I've been doing Thai in Pennsylvania." I think it was Pennsylvania. He's like, "For like 6 months now." And
That's
that
not-
kid,
yeah,
like,
that's not-
he took headshot. No, but he was really good because the difference was he trained at an actual Thai gym.
Right.
When you train under an actual crew or a Nak Moi, 6 months is a long time to get ready for a fight, whether
Right.
you've had training or not. So, but this kid ate kicks. Oh, ate him.
That's just heart.
Yeah, and he kept on trucking. He had some really nice
Hard to call it
moves.
Stupid.
Yeah, but he did. He was slipping punches, but he ate when he did get caught. He wham and just kept. We were like,
walked through it,
whoa,
right.
yeah. But then when
Yeah, when he got home that night, he felt it.
No, they took him away in an ambulance.
Oh, I bet.
Because Tom Plantier came in with a horrible knee. Oh, that's what he did. Because Kyle Santelli, he's like, watch this. He goes, he's gonna liver kick him, and he no more and said that. And Tom Plantier came across with the nastiest liver kick and liver kicked that kid. And as soon as he started going down like that,
crumbled.
he came in with a
Smashed
flying
the knee,
knee and
right? Yeah.
smashed that kid.
As soon as you fold him, finish him.
And you heard it too. You heard it in his nose, and like the whole crowd, everybody was like, didn't say a word, and you heard one lady in the back, "Oh my God!" And she came running through the crowd. I was like, "Oh man," because I was drinking. I was the judge. I was drinking. I
Oh
was
God!
like, son of a-
That's
I would have went nuts.
reassuring.
that lady was so
reassuring.
mad,
He was
but
a
that
judge.
kid was so cool about it. He really was. He went
Getting
to the
knocked
hospital.
out really isn't that bad.
He didn't get knocked out.
Oh, he's got.
He
Oh,
just
he was conscious for all of it.
yeah. I
Good
wish
for him.
Yeah. That's the only thing I wish for when I'm getting my ass beat like that.
Yeah,
please
just
knock
to
me
remember
out.
all of it.
Just knock me the fuck out. Jesus, this sucks.
bro.
So who are you fighting?
I am
on this?
fighting Paul Valente, who is the 5th ranked 05er in New England,
Yep.
out of Rutland. I watched him fight in, it was one of Randy's shows, not the last one, but the one before that.
Yep.
And then just accepted the fight. Like, I don't really care what the face is, who the face is, whatever. I'm into this. Like, this is what I like to do. This is fun to me. And if you want to get in a ring and fight with me, cool. I appreciate that. You gave me something to do and something to look forward to.
Yep.
So this is more of a test because, like I said, Ed has switched gyms. He used to train up in Lindenville and stuff like that, and he
You're
took
gonna
a couple
murder that
fights and didn't really take fighting seriously. If that is that right? Kind of.
So I lost 2 fights. I lost my last one because of a nasty cut above my eye, which Luke actually stopped, and that's the only time I've ever seen that dude like get wide-eyed at me. Like, that's nasty. And then I was dripping blood, so I completely understood. Good stop. I still have this guy to prove it. Fell out of love with it. It became more monotonous than anything. Like, if I don't feel myself getting better, I don't feel a need to do it. I lose interest super fast. It's just who I am. And I have tons of questions. And if you can't conceptually answer my questions, I get super bored. And I'll fall out of interest, which is why Luke is the dude. Like, conceptually, that guy will break down anything you realistically need and the stuff that you don't even know that you need. But he'll just start planting the seeds and then help you along to the next thing. So when it all makes sense, you're like, Jesus, I can't even believe that. And he's like, he already knows. He already knows.
So Luke came to me and he said, I want to get an MMA fight for Ed, and I really want to test him. So I went up. I said, I contacted Paul Valente. I said, Paul, you're the number 5 guy. You're undefeated. I have a cat that's coming up. He's like, of course, I'll take it. Paul's a fighter. Paul's an older guy. He's a jack dude. He's like, yeah, of course. So this is Ed's test.
There's no animosity. Like, that's what makes
Yeah.
it fun. You don't need to have the ego. You don't need to be
Yeah.
angry. You don't need to put the show on. Like, I am genuinely excited to go walk in front of a bunch of people and throw some hands.
Well, especially in a sport like this, you kind of have to be.
And Paul's the same way. Paul's like, cool, man. I have nothing bad to say about Ed. This isn't like a shit talking thing going
Right.
back and forth.
not
with them.
that type of dude.
They're just, both of them want to see where they're at. Both of them, Paul's here. Paul has been moving up in the ranks. He's been doing a lot of fights and moving right up through.
And I think I'm on that level.
And
So I'm going to go prove it.
I think you're past that level. I think you're putting him to sleep. Well, you're just saying it with the crowd now. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm working with this guy every day too. I see him working. He's putting it on.
So
making
that,
angles and shit.
but of course he's gonna say that he's biased.
Right. It's my
He
teammate.
trains with the guy. He's never trained with Paul Valente.
I don't know Paul.
He doesn't know
Right.
Paul. He doesn't know Paul at all. Both these guys are the underdogs. He's the underdog. He's a 60-30, 60-40
He's like 67%.
Yeah.
underdog. He's an 80% underdog.
Jesus.
But if you have no confidence in yourself, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously.
So the last time that you were on the podcast,
Yeah.
you were telling me about Tyler, And afterwards, I watched his fight with Dylan Pilcher.
Oh my god.
We were just talking about that.
Finished him the second round. I could tell maybe within like minute left in the first. He was
You
just
can
getting
tell when there's
tired.
levels.
I could exactly, especially with the grappling.
Well, even on the feet, man, like right off rip, like he would walk away with his hands slouched down, things like I'll kick you right in the head. I was being nice, man. It was a mismatch.
Do you know how many fights he had before that?
None. That was his first
shit.
fight.
None,
I did not realize
he should
that.
not have done that. But when he was talking some smack to me, and then I got there, and I think I was just gonna be like the guy who does the Vaseline, and he was like, "You want to do this? You want to do this?" Because his opponent didn't show up. I was on weight. I was like, "All right, let's get real."
So you didn't even train for that?
No,
Jesus.
No, he's just
Christ,
really,
man.
really good.
I was off the couch, dog.
Jesus. So you were coming in as like a cut man. You were like, "Fuck it, I'll just."
Yeah.
Wow.
Fighters fight.
Yeah.
So my first title fight, I remember I was a 3-day notice,
Wow.
and I flew down and
Flew down to where?
Florida,
No shit.
and I took a title fight, and it was actually the weight class above mine, which I didn't know until
Bantamweight,
after
yeah.
I got the belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, I didn't see him for weigh-ins, didn't see anything. I was like, all right, and they sent me a bantamweight belt. I'm like, all right. Well, originally, bro, I don't like to talk bad about the promotion's name, but so I won the belt, and then there's another fight after mine, and he was like, I'm gonna need that belt back to give the next guy.
That's messed.
Nope,
And
I'm
I
taking
said-
my belt.
And I
That's
said,
messed
you better come
up.
take it from me, because I thought he was joking. And then like the matchmaker came up and she's like, oh honey, he actually really needs that, blah blah. I was like, well, get him to come talk to me then. So then he like got it on the put it online, like
walked
built
out
it
with
all
your
up.
belt.
Yeah, and then he sent it to the gym.
So,
Oh, so you did get
I
it?
didn't get one sent to
Good.
me, but it's like,
Oh,
come
well,
on,
that's
bro.
not. Yeah, it's still.
so
not the
one of the
same.
things that we do with our promotion when it comes to belts. So if you win a belt with us, you win the belt, and then when you defend the belt, I order another brand new belt. But with that belt, it has your name on it and the date that you won it. So I collect that belt back, and I give you that belt, and you get to keep that belt forever.
And they're pretty belts.
The way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah. And the other thing that we've done, so this is how far Vermont MMA has come.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You know, we used to have to compete with, you would try to compete. Every other state around us looked down on us. Like, you guys are just clowns.
Yeah.
Well, now,
I can feel that.
now we have an auditorium with thousands of people coming in.
Right.
Consistently.
We have
Yeah.
scouts. We have people coming. We have other promotions trying to get our fighters. Everybody recognizes our fighters. When you win a belt at Donnybrook Fight Promotions, it's something.
Yeah.
You know, you've won a legit belt. Our guys, and when I say that, you know, when you go on to Tapology and you look at our guys are consistently ranked in the top 10, top 5.
Yep.
We have number 1 guys that hold our belts right now. And I do that on purpose because I want our guys to be able to go pro.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a goal.
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's what fighters, we're giving them that platform to go pro. We're in the works right now with a couple other promotions in other states because we don't have sanctioning in this state.
Oh,
Not a
really?
bit. Yeah. We do for professional. We do for pro boxing.
okay.
And we do for pro MMA.
But for amateur, it's a little.
But in order to get a license for a pro MMA, it's over $10,000.
Jesus Christ.
Wicked.
Yeah, because it was they screwed up when they tried writing the sanctioning
Right.
12 years ago.
What did they
That-
add an extra 0?
Nope, they did it because they spoke with the UFC.
There you go.
So the
Dana
UFC
White's
came
trying to make money.
exactly.
Don't
So
sue me, Dana.
we're working with promotions out of state that have sanctioning. So we're trying to become almost like a feeder. So this will be like the last stop that you go to turn pro.
Right.
This is where you're okay. From here, if you win a Donnybrook title, people know you're legit. There's no way around it. You know, before they'd be like, you know, I'd rather you come to my promotion and put some fights on before I give you any kind of real fights. Now, you
They
can't
know.
deny it. It's
Yeah.
on TV. There's video. We're on Tapology. You know,
Right.
this is how much we've tried to change everything to make it legit. And that is why I'm so adamant with people when they come to me. Everybody wants to know, how can I get in the cage? Real simple.
Show
It's
up and
real
train.
exactly. Go get with the gym, train. Your coach will call me and tell me you're ready to get in the cage.
Right. Because everybody thinks that they're ready to get in the cage, but
everybody.
Yeah,
No. That's the God's honest truth. Everybody sits there. They have some whiskey, they drink some beer, and they're like, I gotta beat that guy up. Maybe you could.
Yeah, the people that watch UFC from their couch and they're like, why isn't he doing this? Why doesn't
oh
he do
my
that?
god,
I could definitely do that.
I strictly stop watching fights with people exactly for that reason. I can't.
I love those type of people. I try to get them as worked up as humanly possible.
I also like the
Absolutely.
people that are like,
It's almost like
Absolutely.
It's like a knife that's slowly going into my head,
No way.
round by round.
Yeah,
Whenever
you're like,
I hear him
dude,
talking about,
stop.
why isn't he taking him down? Why not?
I don't know why you didn't think about that.
Right.
Like, wait, why didn't he block that head kick?
Why isn't he punching him on the ground right now? That's weird.
God, that stuff. I've literally left 2 parties where we were watching UFC fights. It was UFC 205 and UFC 213. I left a few of my buddies' house because everyone was just talking.
So,
like that. And I was
one
like,
of the
I can't.
Yeah, one of the biggest reasons why I try not to drink in public around non-fighters and stuff like that, because I get the same thing all the time. We'll start talking about my fights, because I try to promote everywhere I go. I don't care if I'm
Rex
at a gas
is a
station.
promoter through
I
and
am a
through,
promoter
man.
through and through, but I always try to promote, and I get the same thing. I'll get an amateur guy. Well, I was going to do that, but they don't allow elbows. And
Oh yeah, my knee hurts. My shoulders
that's the
tight.
biggest thing. They say, oh, amateur rules doesn't allow elbows. And once they took the elbows out,
Yeah.
so you couldn't win a fight. I said, so I get mad, especially if I'm drinking. I'm like, all right, you fool.
No, you don't have a filter when you're drinking.
Yeah, well, that too. I don't have a filter. I call people out on their shit.
Right.
Immediately.
Immediately.
I think it's healthy for the community.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's terrible.
Everyone needs
No,
to get
no.
called on their bullshit.
Exactly, bro. They're also going to keep doing bullshit.
The last time that I did that, I did it at a bar, and this cat told me how he would do this. He would be in the cage, and he would never lose a fight.
That's
If
the worst.
They
That's
just
the
allowed
worst.
elbows. I said, you know what, punk? I said, I'll let my fighters, I'll tell them they can't use elbows. You can use elbows. You wouldn't win a goddamn fight. I said, and he's like, whoa, calm down. I was like, you know what? Matter of fact, there's only 2 of you. We should fight, and I'll let you use elbows, and I won't. We'll do this right now. And they were like all upset. They're like, why are you getting so violent? I said, because I'm so sick of listening to you goddamn idiots tell me about how you could beat everybody up if they allowed this. I said, we could do a no holds bar. If you think these guys that train don't know how to fight in a no holds bar fight, you're seriously freaking mistaken.
They're couch quarterbacks.
Yeah. And all of a sudden everything changes. Oh, well, yeah, no, you're probably right. Please calm down. No, I don't want to calm down.
Right,
I
yeah.
want to drink whiskey and beat your ass.
Past the point of calm.
This is why I stick to sobriety.
That's why, and that's
General
exactly
population,
why
man.
Ed sticks to sobriety.
General
Remember that guy
population.
when we were at Gusto's after the fight? Were you there
Nope, that was me.
with Nate Blanchett?
Yep.
Oh my god.
So you know-
freaking kid.
Okay, so this kid walks up. What the hell did he say?
I have no idea.
He was talking about jail. He's like,
Wait, to Nathan?
yeah.
I've been to jail before.
And I looked right at him and I
cool.
said, I bet you got screwed a lot in jail. You're a little feller. And he's like, oh, no way. I'm so tough that anybody ever called me a liar or said anything, he goes, I would close that door of that jail cell and I'd walk right in there. And they knew I was going to fight. He goes, because nobody calls me a liar. I was like, well, I think you're a liar. And I kept saying
I was
it.
there. This is a true story.
I'm dead
That really did happen.
serious.
That really did happen.
I'm 3 sheets to the
All
wind.
right,
I was like, no, little
was
feller.
he bigger than me, kind of the same size?
He was a scrawny little
No,
dude.
he's
Yeah.
just a little guy.
Yeah, kind of like me.
But but the way he said it, he's like, I beat up everybody. Because I am
Oh,
not
yeah,
afraid to
I
fight.
bet.
Cool.
It doesn't matter
Swing
how big
away.
they are. I was like,
Swing away.
and he goes, and everybody knows not to call me a liar. I was like, liar. You're a liar. We should fight.
Rex like this button here. I'm pushing it.
That is the problem, though. You can't. If you do this, you can't mess around like that.
No.
You really can't.
And that's why I shouldn't drink and go out. Because I get stupid like that. And
I was the
get
happy
myself-
guy.
And I
don't get
would
violent
too,
ever.
which is why I don't drink.
I am. I'm a super happy guy, but I've been in a lot
But
of
you know you have
self-defense
that place in you.
situations.
Right, you have
That's
that
what
plate.
people don't
And-
understand.
Right, and I assume everybody the worst out of everybody. So as soon as somebody like looks at me, I can tell when someone has an ill intention, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna fight,
Right.
and then all of a sudden, oh, that ill intention just went out of their. especially when you call. If you back down instantly, they're like, oh, it's like blood. It's a nature. It's an animalistic thing. They're, I want you. I'm coming after you. But if all of a sudden you're like, oh, I enjoy doing this. No, well, you do know that I'm gonna beat your ass. Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
I like to fight.
That's usually where people back down. They're like, well, then.
I know, like once you're not freaking out, like you know when people want to fight but they're just like so like overstimulated, they're like freaking out.
No,
and
I
then-
tell them, calm down.
But if you're
we don't
calm
gotta yell.
and you're
we
like,
just
all
go out
right,
and
well,
fight."
dude, if you really do want to go outside and do this, so we can go out and do it. if
I
you
want
wanna
all
keep
that
talking.
yelling.
Yeah.
I want all that. I want all that adrenaline.
Oh, dude.
So
nah.
then you're gonna go, ah!
No, exactly.
And then you have no strength left. None. That's cool.
And the worst part
and then
is
you can
'cause
talk logic with people. You're
Right.
already tired. Listen, if I was hitting you right now, this would not be going well. Right?
You're like,
Yeah.
all right,
Oh.
bro. All right, dude. All right. Let me just
Remember
get
that
up.
kid?
Let me just get
Remember
up.
that kid that came in the gym? That fucking kid there, whatever his name. He tells me, he goes, I choke out people all the time.
Oh,
I took
armbar
him out.
hero.
Yeah,
Kid wanted to come in, learn an armbar.
that's all he
Just an
wanted to do.
armbar.
Just wanted to learn an
Dude,
armbar.
an armbar?
I've worked really, really hard on my armbar.
All right,
game.
Ronda Rousey.
It
All
is
right.
spanned.
Yeah, let's do this.
Like months and months. Like you can't just learn a move overnight. There's facets, angles, like corrections. What if this happens? What if
Everything
this
matters.
happens? Like insane amounts of detail. And this kid just
He was
need an
super,
armbar. Gonna
super
lose an-
explosive.
No,
Telling
you're
us
gonna go
about
hurt
how he
people.
chokes everybody out at every party he goes to.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a pretty,
Yeah.
wanted to go blow
pretty good
arms
group
out.
of people, I guess.
Yeah,
to-
now I want to snap arms.
Yeah, now he just wants to snap arms.
Well, you know, in
That's the
those
cool thing that's gonna get him a date now.
Yeah.
right. So, but those are the guys that come to the gym that want to see if jujitsu works.
Right.
They don't believe you. And so that's how it started. Was we were right in the middle of class. And I said, what, I asked him, I said, you ever fight? He goes, yeah. He goes, fuck choke people. He goes, every win I get with a choke. I said, what promotion do you fight for? He's like, oh no, every party I go to, I choke people out.
I never
like-
never trust a single word that comes out of that guy's mouth. Like if that's me, I'm like, oh, I bet.
He said,
I bet.
every party.
Yeah,
I know. and it's
he
like,
did. And
you
I was
fight-
like,
you
and
fight
so I
your
said,
buddies
show
that
me.
have had like 6 Miller
This is
Lights,
why-
and
Yep. This
People
is
been
why
ruined,
we
man.
go to the gym and we hang out. The worst
We
part,
only have each other to talk to.
that's it. You go and you train with savages every day, killers. So
and then you learn not to talk shit.
yeah, you go out to a
I
bar
love
and you get
that.
guys that are like, I won 40 fucking street fights. Cool.
Right.
Okay.
So you're keeping a tab on that?
Good point.
Yeah.
So we got a few minutes left, probably like 5 or 10 minutes. I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about you training with Nico.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to know like what's he like? How he helped you.
All right. So I went to American Top Team Cape Coral. That gym had a certain situation. I met Nico and my close friend Tim. So he's actually
Tim's a good dude.
Yeah. Khalil Ali goes Tim. He's a fighter. He's 155 pounder amateur.
He's going to come up in April, fight for the 155
Yeah.
title.
Up here?
That's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
exciting.
Oh,
Nico
Him
will
and
be
Nico
coming
are going to
too.
come
No
together.
shit. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So at that point, like I was in the midst of going from gym to gym. Actually, I was training at Syndicate Boxing and Vickery Jiu Jitsu and a few others. And I was trying to find out where I need to go, like what group I need to find. It was a wrestling class at American Top Team. I ended up wrestling with Tim and a few other people doing very well. And that's after practice is when I met Nico. We discussed like a few different things about nutrition back and forth. Throughout time, we became as close
So not
friends.
even talking about fights.
Really, no, not really. Just how
Yeah.
styles of fight. I didn't fully know Nico Price, like who he was or anything like that. I was just there training, fighting, and doing what I do. He just happened, you know what I mean? That
What year
just-
was
I
this
never
one?
really knew who he was till he upkicked that dude the last
Um,
fight.
The end of
Oh, that's
2017.
crazy.
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Vic.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
James Vick. Yeah.
James
Yeah.
Vic ate
Yep.
that kick.
Axe-
That
he
was
did.
super
He axe kicked him.
impressive.
Yeah, from the back.
Right.
I thought he broke his entire face.
If
Yeah.
you listen to that
Hollow
in
thud.
live time, it sounds like someone's
Yeah,
cracking
when,
his
super
when
back.
Nico
impressive.
talks about it, he's like, "Ugh,"
Yeah.
when he watches it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think of who he was fighting. He trapped the guy's neck with his foot and then just hammer fisted
Randy
the side
Brown,
of his
yeah.
head. Okay.
That was it.
okay.
That was
when
it.
I saw that, I was like, who the fuck is
That
this
was
dude?
so that's funny because we were doing a lot of leg locks at the time, and Nico like during a lot of leg locks and scrambles because we still work. We like the concept of being able to strike anywhere. We able to hurt anybody anywhere. You
Right.
always
Well, they
can.
call him the hybrid.
Right. So, dude, middle of that scramble of a leg lock, if someone's just worrying about my leg and not thinking, trying
Stand
to
up, punch
push
that
both their
cat in
hands in
the
the
face.
knees, you can hook the back of that head. Look at that frame right there. You know what I mean? There's frames all over that you can make.
Yeah.
Right.
But so it started like that, and then his new coach was moving, so we were all training in a garage for a little bit. But Nico messaged me. He was like, "Hey man, they're doing a private practice," and after that we started hanging out regularly, and kind of just started taking care of me, man. Bringing me to IHOP.
That's
Like,
fucking awesome.
Really, he went out of his way to. He's got 4 kids already, man.
No shit.
He's got
I didn't know
another one
that.
on the way.
I
Like,
didn't know
God
that.
bless him. He would bring me to church with him on Sunday. Like,
Oh wow.
same
Nico's
thing,
good
and same with my
people.
buddy Tim, man. Tim did the same thing. Like when I didn't have fully places to stay all the time, like I was at Tim's. Like when I didn't have
Fighters
breakfast in the
understand
morning,
fighters.
Yeah.
Tim
And
is
they
making me
understand the
breakfast.
struggle.
Like, dude, we're gonna me and Tim for a while. We got up at 5 a.m. We head to our training. Next, we're at boxing with Nico at 10. Then we're off at doing jiu-jitsu later in the day. Then a strength and conditioning program. Then we have 2 more training sessions later at night. It's like we're together all day as a
And
family,
it's
as a group.
more than a full-time job.
Right,
Like you're
it's-
doing a full-time job and then some overtime.
You know
So
what I mean?
you
It's-
can't fake the genuine encounters you have with
Right.
people. Like
Right.
you either want a train or you don't, and you meet the people that you're gonna meet along the way who are in the fucking trenches with you. Like
Yeah.
you either want to get beat up every day because you love it or you don't.
right.
It's a true blessing. Like still, I stay very close touch with Nico and Tim. Like
Good.
I plan to go back down and train for a bit, back and forth in between
Yeah.
camps and things like that.
Yep.
So what do you think? You think Nico would come on the podcast?
Oh, I know he would.
Fuck
he would
yeah.
love to.
On this one?
Yeah, he would love to. I think when he came out,
I
I know for a fact he would. But
You
he's
can quit your life right now. It won't get any better.
but Nico got to struggle too though, because when he started, even when he was a pro, even when he went pro, he understands. So his amateur career went a little different than mine. But besides the point, he understands like the levels it takes and the work it takes. And he's always
Yeah.
said very high things, nice things about me, like I'm gonna be a star, good things. He has a lot of faith in me.
As you should.
But when he started pro, he was not right in the UFC, as most people aren't.
Yeah.
He was at Fight Time Promotion. It took him a while. He had already had 2 kids and a 3rd kid, and all he had consistently was he would work his full-time job or try fighting, making the extra ends from that, and people doubting him. He kept working through that. I mean, like that's all I can see. Like, that's why I feel like I understand the mutual. Like you get doubt from everyone when you want to do this. Anyone doesn't look at you right. You want to fight, and good luck. I remember as a little kid, man, these teachers laughing at me when I told them what I wanted to do. Fuck them. But so
Teacher so and so, here I am.
right, exactly. So he started young, and then he's at that belt. He started working, finishing people, and then he got that call for the UFC on short notice. Man, he was at a point in life where he wasn't sure what he needed to do, or if he was going to give up. And then he got that call off the couch, and he went and got that finish. He consistently working. That's what you get, man. You have to never give up that faith and know that you can do it. Like
It's coming.
it really is. It's coming for all of us,
And so
bro.
that's
I'm
the good
telling
thing
you.
about putting these two in that apartment. So
Right.
a huge shout out to Michelle Hebert and Kevin Hebert.
Michelle came up clutch within like 3 weeks of knowing we wanted to live together.
They did, but so the good thing about having fighters together and having another fighter is because if you're all by yourself, you're in your own head. You're in your own you're in your own head. It just but having 2 fighters together, because one's usually up and one may be down, but you can bring each other together.
Yeah.
You can talk each other out of these dark spots that
So
you go to.
very often, you know what I mean. You don't always have the best day, man. Your hands are fucked up.
Exactly.
Your back hurts, bro. You got beat up that night. You know you could beat that
Choked
cat
out by a
close night.
125-pound guy. You don't know
made
what
it
the
through,
fuck
but
happened.
Your roommate, your homie might have had an amazing night, amazing camp, and that aura, that spirit's gonna help.
He's gonna
pick you
boost
up.
you up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna boost each other up no matter what it is.
Yep.
You still got to be stoked for other people's success.
Bro,
That's a huge part of it.
I remember
Yeah.
my buddy Tim. I was just talking about earlier. His first fight, I wasn't able to make it for his first fight. But man, the message that I sent him before he fought, like me trying to contact him and everything, he told me after. He was like, it meant a lot to him because like
It's worse.
I
when
know what
you
the
don't
grind is,
fight.
bro. It's a kill or be killed when you step out there and you work.
And that's what
day
I
and
do.
night for this.
And that's a lot of what we do with our fighters. I reach out to my fighter. If I get a fighter that gets knocked out or I think is hurt, I
That's
follow
got
up
to
with
be
them.
that's got to be the most like brain jarring. Not that, but like
No,
when you
but
lose
knowing-
when you
but-
lose like that, you
But
doubt
to
yourself,
reach out,
you doubt
but to
your ability.
reach out to fighters and actually like give a shit.
You
Yeah.
know, I took a title fight, and my first loss, my only loss, December 15th last year. I took a title fight, short notice. I remember I got my nose broken. I was very concussed. I wasn't in the best situation after.
Oh yeah.
The promoter after was like, hand me the paper, and he was like, you want to sign this for the medical stuff or no? At that point, you know, I just lost, and they're like, it's hometown. I traveled, you know. Mentally, I'm at a state where I never could even imagine myself to be at from losing. I never even imagined it could happen. So at that point, I'm like, pretty much like, why the fuck would I want these papers, dude? Like, leave me alone. Like, let's get me out of here. But in reality, you got a concussed kid with a broken nose, you know, and you don't know how bad my break is. You don't know what other injuries.
You.
And you're just letting me leave.
Yep.
I think that's what really has brought Vermont MMA. Not only my promotion, and I'm here really to promote my own promotion, but I do have to give a shout out to Randy Felion. Randy's a fighter also.
I like
so
Randy.
he does understand. Sometimes maybe he's not the most professional, but that's
Randy
just,
is who he is.
Randy is who he is, and he does
He's
not fucking hide it.
Right.
Exactly.
Which
He doesn't
you
hide
honestly
it.
have to love those kind of people.
I
Like,
respect
they're
those
not.
people.
They're not going to give
There's
you any
no
bullshit.
guessing whatsoever with those type
Well, I feel
of
like
people.
a lot of those, like, those are the kind of people, like, for as promoters and stuff like that, like, you need honest promoters.
You have a lot of shady people in this business that are
Oh, my
about
God,
themselves,
bro.
about the money, and that are turning it more towards the boxing scene. Where, you know what I mean?
Yes,
You don't understand
yes.
how the
and
boxing
you need a
thing-
promoter to be able to look a fighter in the face and tell him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah.
Because fighters need to
Yep.
hear that.
Yep.
There's always that time.
But it's tough, man. Sometimes I feel like, as a fighter, like, as for me, traveling around certain places, like, I know that they've booked me, and they're like, oh, you're going to weigh 25? Well, this guy's going to weigh 35, but we're not going to tell you that. You know what I mean?
No.
Or this is
Really?
going to be a co-main event.
That
we're not gonna
happens.
tell you
That happens a
That's-
lot.
They're just
Wow,
trying to
I did
sell
not
tickets,
realize
man.
that.
I have a lot of 35-pound fights that are supposed to be
yeah.
25-pound fights.
I did
just
not.
trying to
Realize.
sell-
So you're coming in at 125 like
Yeah,
you should,
like I
and
should.
the other guy is coming in 10 pounds.
He's
So-
just a high level guy filling a card, and they know that.
Yep.
Or
So-
they would
But
think,
you can also gain weight the night after the weigh-ins. You can rehydrate and shit like
Yeah,
that.
that's not what they're doing. That's
No,
they
no,
have,
no, I
they
know.
have they need to have the show go on. And I understand that's as a promoter. They need to have the show go on, but one thing I'll never do is I'll never lie to a fighter.
Yeah,
I'll never
well,
lie
I mean,
because
they're the one
that's
getting in
my
there.
credibility. That's mine. But
Even when that
That's-
fighter wants to fight.
yep, that is something. I've seen guys, and I've seen guys that weighed. We're supposed to be at 170 pounds. They weighed in at 185. An hour later, they were mysteriously at 171 to make that fight happen, or whatever it was.
Right.
This is the shit that really happens in amateur MMA, and this is why we have fought so hard for sanctioning. Not because I'm doing anything wrong, not because Randy's
Just
doing
keeps
anything wrong,
everyone safe.
yes.
but because we have guys coming from other places doing really shady shit, and fighters don't know. Fighters just want to fight.
Yep. Innocence.
That-
True innocence.
That's all they. That's all they want to do, you know. And
it's sad.
it is. It's really sad on how people. We of course I want to make some money off of it, but my first priority is these guys, and it's because I train. It's because everybody in my family trains.
Well,
We
yeah,
all
and
under-
you're not going to be able to put on a good show unless your fighters are, you know,
We are all very happy, I can assure you.
good. Well, I mean, really,
It's
that's the
like-
only thing.
It's
that
an
you can,
awesome show to get up to train for. To like, this is what I'm going to perform for, and then you come out and you see lights and you hear your music and you
Oh.
see people go absolutely nuts and that.
Yeah, Rex just hooks these fighters up, man. Not only is he helping them get out here, but he's also they have a place to stay. Which you know what I mean?
And then if you send pictures to Taylor, she'll make you.
He's
a
hooking
poster so
these
you
fighters
can
up with posters.
plaster your
He's
poster
sharing it
everywhere.
regularly. He's got a UFC fighter. These fighters get to go meet. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
not only that, they get to take pictures with him. That's a big deal
Opportunities.
for a
We-
lot of people.
I've sent
Opportunities.
I've sent money to fighters like, yo, hey man, do you need gas to get out?
You
need
need exactly. He
Good
takes
for you.
care
Good
of
for
you.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I've got it, I'm gonna pass it
Build
along
your
to the
table bigger,
fighters.
not your walls higher.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
that's great. I love to hear stuff like that, especially with like the guy at the head of the table
Yep.
giving down to people that
Trickle
he's looking.
effect, man.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're appreciated, you'll do more for him.
Man, I started
Yeah.
training at 12 years old, and to have people like finally like start realizing and giving me like helping me out and like looking out for me too in the right way. It's
Not
it's a
just
blessing.
scoffing at the thought of you fighting.
Right, like they want to help
Yeah,
you
what
get
can
to
I
where
make
you
off
want to
of
be.
you?
Exactly. Instead of that becoming that consistently, it finally became like
Good for you, man. You're
Let's
fighting.
go.
Yeah, and they're happy for you. Well, I mean, nobody wants to see their friends or buddies lose at anything like basketball or
Of course, any competition. You ever want to imagine the thought of someone having to feel that way?
yeah.
Especially in
Well,
fighting.
I played basketball all 4 years of high school, and
I tried to stay away from the contact sports.
look at you now, and look at you now.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
I
Tell your grandmother happy birthday.
Oh, it was
Yes.
yesterday. The
Same day as
before.
my daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my daughter
And you
turned
still
21.
No shit.
Nope.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
you can drink now.
Did they go to trivia?
Oh,
No,
I
it
wanted
wasn't
to go
allowed.
to trivia. I
That's why
forgot
we're
to right
drinking
now.
Jameson now.
Yeah.
Yep. This
I
is
want to
for
go
her.
to trivia at the pub night, real bad. Pub.
Yeah. I just
So,
want wings. 'Cause I'm a fan.
One more thing I got to tell you. So, the really cool thing that we're doing, there's 2 promotions in Vermont. And Fight Night Promotions down in Rutland. They do a great job down there. They have their own fan base. We have our fan base up here. We co-op with each other. We try to hook each other up. But one thing that we're doing is he's fighting for the 125-pound Donnybrook title. Fight Night Promotions has a 125-pound title. Adam Olin just won the title
That was a good
for
fight.
125 pounds. So what we did, me and Randy co-op together, put our money together. We bought the most beautiful belt you've ever seen. This thing weighs like 11 pounds. I want one. It is the unified Vermont title. So
Oh, really?
whoever wins between him or Chris Vasquez is going to fight at Randy's show for the unified Vermont title. So that's one other thing that we're doing, and I got to let everybody know about that. The next one, after Randy does that, then we're going to have a unified title fight
In April.
in April up at our show.
Where is that going to be at? The Odd?
Yep.
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 Played a lot of basketball games down there.
Nice.
Yep.
I love how rocking that building gets.
Hybrid
That is the
arena.
perfect
Oh,
venue for what we
yeah.
do.
The floors are so old that whenever someone stomps on the floor, you can
crazy
literally
building.
feel it throughout the whole entire building.
I loved the atmosphere when I went. As soon as I went to
Yeah.
watch a show, I was like,
and it's a nice, like,
okay.
not a close.
Right?
It's not a close space, but it's you can feel it.
You can feel the energy. That's
everything.
what I
The
love.
fans in Barrie are awesome. They
Yeah.
treat the fighters like superstars.
Right.
And every fighter says that. They're like, wow, I really, because the fans are so cool to everybody.
So when I went and did a face-off with Chris Vasquez, a guy
Oh,
came
yep.
over with his
Yep.
daughter actually, and he had me. I gave her a signature. That's how much she enjoyed it, and she wanted to come back to see the show. You know
Good.
what I mean? Like those moments, and even like that little girl's life, you don't know if she's gonna become a fighter after that. You don't know if she's
Right.
gonna chase
That'd
that
be
dream.
super cool.
But that
Yep.
could be the moment. You know what I mean? That for any of these kids,
That
they could
girl
go and
decided
watch
to
this,
throw
and that could be
bows.
the first time I watched a live MMA fight. It was quiet, and then the place is packed to a brim, and then the first punch was thrown, and everyone was yelling and screaming. I couldn't help myself from standing up to get up to yell and scream.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized at that moment, I was like, this energy is unforgettable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till I'm out there. And I was watching the whole time. I
And
was
it's
like, I can do this. I'll
universal.
smash
Like
that guy.
everybody can get pumped up about that.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what me and JD's job is. I see him walking away over there.
Oh no.
JD, whenever you want the
That's our that's our job to keep the crowd into it, to keep everybody.
That's our job.
It is your job, but most of what we try to do, unlike other shows, is I'm not trying to be the UFC. I want people to come to our live shows. I don't give a shit what it looks like on TV.
Yep.
I care what the experience people are having. Oh boy. JD silently stepping in here.
What do you think
Do
of
you
Billy?
need some
I
whiskey?
like Billy. Bye,
Billy's a
Billy
good
the
kid.
Kid.
Billy. Billy's excited because Billy's going to have Nico Price on here.
I get
You have
super,
no clue who we're talking
I get
about.
super excited when people get super excited.
Here's
and
the
he
thing.
Just got super
I'm super excited.
He's the gatekeeper
I
at
don't know
115.
anything about this shit, and
That's because
I'm
we're
excited.
pumped.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the energy.
No, I'm serious. I mean, I love this stuff, but I mean, I don't want to be a fighter.
Shocker. Shocker. Shocker.
Are we watching? Hey, what are the predictions? So, Usman tomorrow night.
Ooh.
That's going to be a hell of a fight because
I've never seen Colby Covington.
Billy,
fight.
yeah, yo,
Colby
Really?
Covington.
Dude,
I'm
his last fight.
Kobe
I am
Covington has
super
beat the guy that
excited.
beat Usman. Usman beat the guy that beat Kobe.
Regardless, I want to see Jorge Masvidal smash that dude, so I really want him to win.
Oh, I didn't even know Jorge was fighting.
No, he's not. But if Covington wins that
Rick's got
belt,
excited
he will
as
be
hell.
There's no
fighting.
way. There's no
Stop
way.
it.
Wait, what?
That cheap blue suit is taking it home, so I can watch that little
Dude, there was those guys were
street
roommates.
Jesus whoop his. Yeah, don't
I
do him
love
dirty.
Jorge Masvidal. I love that cat. I would love to, but there's no way he beats Kobe Covington.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Ben Askren style knee puts that.
Oh
dude in his
hell
next
no!
Lifetime.
No.
I think Kobe Covington
unofficial-
might be on some VODs. Is that pressure he was putting on that dude last time was a little too relentless. Looked a little Dillashaw to me.
Really, is it really any difference, Rex,
What?
between
Water
Jameson and Wild Turkey?
Yeah,
One
there's
tastes
a
bad, the other tastes worse.
I just had to say it. Is there a difference between a guy that's 6 feet tall and a guy that's 4 feet tall? Yeah, there's a fucking difference. Ooh, that.
You're apologizing about cussing now.
But
Right, you're
now,
late.
I
dude.
started the show with an F-bomb.
an hour and 15 minutes of cussing, and now you're apologizing?
Well, I don't know if your daughter's watching.
I can't
How
hide
is
my
your daughter
tongue.
doing?
That's my
She's-
I
problem.
love your daughter. I love your wife.
See, now I know that I know he loves my wife.
Now
He would,
needs something from you.
no.
Now
He
he
would
needs
say
something
that
from you.
completely sober, but, Lily's 5, man.
No way.
5 years old.
Lily is at the
Yes.
age to come to Granite City MMA.
Yeah.
No.
If I had martial arts as a young child, I promise you everything would be different. in
Here's
my
the
life
thing.
right now.
I brought Lily up to Granite City MMA.
You can't force kids into
Brought
it.
her
though.
up
It
there.
has to be her.
And she stood there and was watching everybody. What were they doing that night? Grappling, whatever the hell you call it.
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu
What were
probably.
they
People
doing?
folding.
I don't know.
People
I don't know.
folding.
But yeah, we'll get fighting. And Lucas.
We got a bunch
Rex.
of women.
Actually,
My class is half women, which is
Ricket.
incredible.
It's hilarious because of the bars. I can't wait for someone to grab one of the women's
Oh, my
ass at there.
Lanta.
And they're never going to know it. They're going to get lit right up.
Yeah. Well, Lucas and Rex both have drilled home the point of teach Lily how teach her
Yes.
jiu-jitsu instead of having a knife or a gun or whatever.
I
Yes.
am my weapon.
Yes.
I can carry me on airplanes.
Yes.
So
yes.
yeah, I feel
Through
that
metal detectors.
yeah, she should still obviously probably be like understand firearms, understand knives,
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah.
But to be fully be able to keep yourself safe in any scenario where you could leave the scenario, escape the scenario if it got out of hand.
Yeah.
that self confidence of being able to control a situation, all situations,
That's huge,
is
right.
a big deal.
Yeah.
like
Because
I-
a lot of it is mechanics. It's not so
Well,
much.
of course.
Luke's 145 pounds, and he can crinkle me in any direction he wants based on levers and wedges.
So yeah, I mean it's like anything else. It's like learning how to play soccer or basketball or dance lessons, whatever. It's a craft, it's a skill.
Yep.
You learn the right way to do it
I'm sorry. My wife is texting me. So I am listening to you.
during
but
the
I-
show.
Yes,
Well,
I'm
why
trying to tell her we're live, Brenda.
Why don't you air
Brenda!
out what she's texting
Brenda
you?
Boo. I fucking love my wife. She's
I know you do.
Brenda's good people.
Brenda's
Yes,
good.
she
people.
is. Yes, she is.
I love that. lady.
Kind soul.
Hey,
the whole
we-
Thompson family.
We have to. We're going to wrap up here. But before we do, we need to give some kudos to old Billy because he just found out that he's going to be a dad.
Oh,
Yeah, Billy.
I hope it's Billy. Not like a stripper though, Dad.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hold
so
on.
This is,
No.
Hold on. Questions. How old's Billy?
Billy is 22.
So when Billy told you, were his eyes like really wide?
He looked at when he told me, which was I
Hell.
think last night.
I'm gonna have a baby.
He looked scared. He looked.
I would
really
be
scared.
petrified.
I would be
super
petrified
excited.
at
though.
22.
I would be super
Absolutely.
excited. though.
Wait,
Good
let
for
me
you,
let me
Billy.
let me drop this
Billy
this
came
little
now. Billy
boy's,
came.
and he's in the tummy now, but we're coming out soon. Let me drop this bad boy's name: William Warren Waite the Fourth.
Hot damn.
I mean, could you see that?
I heard.
Wait.
Right?
I heard the panties drop from here.
Holy!
I swear. I heard that.
That was awesome.
We should send the
Wow.
posters over to him.
That's impressive, man.
But,
There's
you know-
four of you.
He's going to be starting up his own podcast. Rex, you're going to be working with him.
Yep.
You're going to do
Keep
some
your
stuff.
enthusiasm, man. Everyone loves
Yeah.
excitement.
You're
Yeah,
gonna need these flyers for your back wall.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that'd be
the first sign
that's true.
posters for your back wall. Start your back wall of memorabilia, Billy.
Yeah.
We got you.
Yep. you guys have been
Billy with a kid.
a
Billy
lot
with a
of
kid.
fun, man.
Billy
yeah.
kid.
Billy the Kid.
Billy with a kid.
Billy with a kid.
Billy with a kid.
It was
Billy with a kid.
Now it's Billy with a kid.
You guys have been a blast. Don't forget, it's Saturday night, the 21st,
Be there.
which is 1 week from tomorrow.
That's right.
At the Barre Auditorium.
And tomorrow, though, 10 a.m., free self-defense class at Granite City MMA.
Let me tell you where I'm going to be tomorrow morning.
Like I already know, it's probably somewhere in your pajamas with your onesie.
Oh, I'm so
I'm
jealous.
telling you guys where I'm going to be.
He's going to be
tomorrow
wearing a onesie, I'm telling you. He's going to be in a onesie, and it's going to involve a sippy cup. And I'm not talking about for his daughter either.
I am going to be having breakfast with Santa. Okay? The Barre Auditorium.
All right, I gotta. That's
Yes!
funny that you said that because
Yeah.
I just had a debate about Santa and Jesus winning in a fight. Jesus wins all day long.
Yeah, because
There you
Jesus
go.
turned Santa's water into wine. That fool's drunk.
Yeah. How long do you think Santa would live on a
Oh, yeah,
cross?
if
Not
anybody
very
wants
long.
to-
Santa's a fat old man.
Exactly.
Jesus
You
is in
guys
the prime of
needs
his life.
reindeer to drag his
Limber.
ass around.
You guys are going to be working out, and I'm going to be eating pancakes.
I like
mean,
pancakes.
you know,
Eat like 3
Fucking
or 4.
jealous.
Yeah,
yeah. I'll eat a
miss
few
carbs.
for you.
My favorite
I
breakfast
miss
thing is
carbs
biscuits
so
and
much.
gravy, man.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot like.
You
I like a.
shut
Well,
your
especially
dirty
if it's
mouth.
Southern gravy.
That's what I'm saying. I got. Ooh, that's my favorite thing about
Well,
Florida.
you know,
is breakfast.
Florida.
That's my favorite thing about Florida is breakfast. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. With a slice of tomato in there. You got to get a slice
Oh
of
yeah,
tomato.
side,
What
bro.
the fuck? Where the hell does a slice of tomato come
Well, this is
from?
the slicer
Ooh, I
right
got
here.
a
You
side
got to
note.
put a
I got a
slice
quick
of.
side note there.
His tomatoes come
there's,
from
uh,
eggplants.
Anyway,
If any small or local,
you guys have been a lot of fun.
Right.
Wow.
Have us back.
yeah,
Yeah.
if any small or
So,
local businesses
like-
want to hook Ed Collins or Tyler Randall up with some sponsorship,
Yes.
reach
Yeah,
out
man.
to us.
You know,
Please,
that's
bro.
something
Mike,
that's
brother.
super simple to
Hey,
do to get your name
get on
out
that
if you're a
Like
local
we will
business.
shout your name from
Right,
the
yeah.
rooftops.
If you're a local businessman and you want to help support what we're doing, man, we're coming through from the 802. Like we want to keep it in this area and we want to bring it out through this area.
It's
So-
the cheapest advertising. You get $100 a month. I
Right.
mean, for real, you get 1,100 people seeing your name. You get people following these fighters.
right, $100 a month, man.
It's cheap.
People are seeing your advertisements all over the country, but regularly through us, at least 3 times a
with
week.
Nico
man.
Price, a professional fighter, sharing
You know,
our photos and sponsors.
You know what I mean? There's different high level people all over the country that
thousands
you know,
of
you
people
know.
immediately
So-
see your stuff.
Now, have you
Where
met
did
this?
you-
Have you met Mark
I
Coleman?
Not yet. I've met
Okay.
a lot of different other fighters. I haven't met Mark Coleman. I met Uriah Faber, Randy Couture. I met both the Manley brothers, which is pretty cool. But one of them's in Bellator now. Let's see. I can't even. Frankie Edgar. I can look. Aljamain Sterling that was a cool experience. Yeah, I've traveled. You know, I've done this as long as I could.
Traveled a lot.
And this is my life, and I just want to be able to
Strap
do it
in.
full time now and like settle it the way I need to. Like I don't have the sponsors that I had in Florida. I don't have the same connections.
Yeah.
So if any business is willing to help me, I'm willing to work with them and shout their name a million times a month.
Straight up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
I came back to this area
Not too proud.
from. Yeah, I had a lot of personal things happen. I had close friends pass away, and that's why I came back to this area to give back. And I'm here to bring it back.
Wow. You got a good one there, Rex.
Fucking right, I do.
Yeah,
kid.
man.
I
Yeah.
promise.
Lucas too.
Chris Vasquez, watch out.
All right,
Look at that.
Yeah.
you better calm him down. Calm him down, man.
Feel it.
Somebody calm him down. Give him a shot of whiskey.
I know.
Starting to
No
scare
way.
me.
I know. It scares me because I can't
Get
calm
that
him
boy some
down.
gloves.
Listen, you boys come in here anytime you want. Rex, you know you got an open door anytime.
I love
but,
you, brother.
yeah, Ed Collins, Tyler Randall,
Thank you, sir.
Rex Thompson, Donnybrook Fight Promotions, Battle in Barre, coming up next Saturday, the Jingle Bell Brawl. Get your damn tickets. Eventbrite, you can follow.
Berlin Mall.
Yeah, Berlin Mall.
Fighters.
Yeah, reach out to any.
Any of the
Show up
fighters.
to the gym. There's tickets at the gym.
And doors at 5.
5 for the meet and greet.
Yeah, and you can you get tickets at the door Saturday night, the 21st.
Maybe.
We're hoping.
Okay, and Aired Out podcast will be there. Billy and I will be live.
Yeah.
You boys give Billy some love, man. I'm
Billy with a kid.
Billy with
Billy with a kid.
Listen,
Billy with
he
a
gets
kid.
my seat. I'm stepping. If there's no room, there's only room for whatever. I'm out of there.
We're on the mic, buddy. Me
All
and
right,
you.
all right.
We'll put me, you,
And Billy with a kid.
Mark Coleman,
I just want-
Billy with a kid.
Yeah,
And his
Billy
kid.
next
And
to
his
Mark.
Billy next to Mark.
There we go. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in. God bless you.
Thanks for having
God
us.
bless you. All right. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Right.
Thanks, guys. That's going to do
5,
it.
4, 3, 2.
We're on. We're done. Bye.
Dude, that was an awesome.